All right, this is Dan Meehan for Fight News Australia, and today we have the gunslinger, John Wayne Parr, who fights Nieky Holzken at one on TNT 3, which goes to air on April 22nd here in Australia. At JWP, how are you?
Mate, I'm very well. Very, very excited. Finally here. So it's yeah, I can almost touch it. I'm like, oh, I can almost touch the cage. I don't feel like close.
Yeah, but you can't believe it's finally fight week.
Yeah.
You've had to wait a little while to lace up the gloves. I think you signed with one championship just over a year ago.
Yes.
So I guess you sort of bobbed up in Bellator and Ryzen, and you had your boxing fight with Anthony Mundine in late 2019. So, how did the deal with one come about? I think it sort of took a lot of people by surprise.
I was very fortunate. So I just fought Anthony, called retirement. My hip was done. I was waiting for surgery. And then I took Lucky, one of my fighters from the gym, my daughter's boyfriend. He's got a contract with one. So I brought him over. And then Mr. Chatru come into the change room and he was saying, "Oh, John Wayne, I'm such a big fan. I really like your aggression. You're always quite exciting. Can we do to entice you to come and have one more run for the title for one championship?" I was like, "Oh man, that'd be my hip's screwed. I can't even walk." So I got offered a contract, and then went and seen a surgeon, and the surgeon's like very positive. He said, "I can guarantee you'll be after surgery, you'll be back in the gym after 2 months." I said, "No way." And then sure enough, 2 months I was back, and then at the 3 month mark, I went to see him again, and the surgeon said, "From this moment forward, whatever you want to do it." So yeah, oh no. I know, lost you for a second. And then, yeah, so it's very positive. Everyone's very good. So back, been training super hard ever since. And then, yeah, out of all the people, Nieky called me up. So I was like, oh, wow, that's what, yeah, I didn't see that coming. So exciting, very exciting.
Fantastic. So how is the hip going? Like how much of a difference has it made?
I'm 100% pain-free now. Before I could even walk, I couldn't even weight bear. As soon as I put my foot down, it just give out on me. And now, yeah, I feel 25 again. It's amazing to have that second lease of life, where an opportunity to come back to doing what I love. So, yeah, it was a trying time, but I'm so happy to be back mostly again. It's really increased my appreciation for what I do for a living.
Unreal. So, you've been known to follow a very sort of Thai-style training regime, sort of tracing back to your time living back in Thailand, sort of running 12 kilometers in the morning, I think it is, and 7 in the afternoon, or some sort of other such madness like that. Do you still follow the same sort of routine, or have you had to sort of tinker with that as the years go by and since you've had your hip fixed?
Yeah, pads and sparring is the same. The only thing I've changed now is I'm running in a water tank now. It's a treadmill where the water fills up to your chest. And then I'm doing 10 and a half kilometers in 45 minutes in through water. So it's good resistance and it's low impact too. So there's no pressure on the hip whatsoever. I'm still losing about 1.5 kilos in sweat from the workout, burning calories. And even though you're in water, you're still losing 1.5 kilos. It's awesome. It's so cool. And it really burns the legs too, because you've got to generate that power to push through the water to take every step. But besides that, everything else is normal. Yeah, this camp couldn't have been better. Everything's perfect.
Awesome. So you still have almost a boyish sort of enthusiasm for the sport, even after doing it for so long. Like, how excited are you to get back in there, and what sort of keeps the passion alive for Muay Thai after so long?
So I've been a big fan of Raymond Decker's forever. And then I even at one stage back in, I must have been early 2000s, Raymond retired, and then he did a post on, I think, Axe Kickboxing way back in the day, saying that he's going to make a comeback. I said, "I'll fight you." I said, "I don't care if I win, lose, or draw. I just want to say that I fought Raymond Dickers. That would have been cool." And then when he ended up coming to Australia, we became friends. I got to hang out a few times, and then he passed. So I never got my Raymond Dickers moment. And now the opportunity 30 years later. So do you know the story? Raymond Deckers and Seng Noi fought each other back in 1991. So 30 years ago, they fought each other 3 times, twice in 91, once in 97. and now 30 years later, now the two pupils are fighting each other. It's like such a crazy storyline. So this is my Raymond Deckers fight. I didn't get to fight the man, but I can fight the next best thing. And I win over him. I fought a lot of good ties, a lot of great opponents, but Nieky is like he's on the top. He's the man. So if I can win, if I can get a good, exciting victory, I think that'll really help cement my legacy as a Raymond Deckers level. Anyway, I hope.
Yeah, for sure. So you've had a couple of attempts at retirement in the past. Sort of, how long do you see yourself sort of continuing on?
Until the wheels fall off. I really love what I do. One championship has offered me a lot of money, and then I just enjoy the excitement of fight camp. So not just the fight. The fight's fun, but being in camp for 10, 12 weeks, waking up every morning with a purpose, having a date, and watching your body get stronger and stronger as the weeks progress. There's no better lifestyle. To do what I love and get to pay for it is perfect, and then do it and then have the fight in front of the world. It's so exciting. I'm so excited to fight for one because I've been probably one of the few fighters that's done Lumpini, Rajam, doing Bellator, Ryzen, and K1, and now to fight for one. I'm so honored that I get these opportunities. It's, this ride never ends. It's so cool.
What are your goals for the rest of your career? Like, what is there something in particular that that sort of keeps you stepping back into the ring, or are you just happy just riding the wave?
Yeah, just ride the wave. After Nieky's the elite of the elite, and after that, it's just whatever happens after that doesn't really matter. I'm just happy to cruise along. I got a 6-fight contract. I can't guarantee I'm going to get all 6 out at my age, but I just want to go and have fun and ride it out until the body can hold up as much as it can. And then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, all right. And when Jazzy finally makes her debut on in one, will you do? Is it sort of on the cards for you to fight on the same card as her, or would that be too much stress for one night?
Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be super cool. That's like the dream. That's like the ultimate. She just had hip surgery herself. She had to get a little procedure, a little keyhole. Unfortunately, I passed down my genetics, and she's got hip dramas also. So hopefully by end of the year, she might be back again. And then who knows what happens. She's already fought Wonder Girl, who's fighting for one championship now, and she got a very tight win. So who knows? There could be a rematch in the future.
Yeah, unreal. So now looking in the shorter term, the one matchmakers haven't gone easy on you, as you mentioned. You've got another multiple-time champion in Nieky Holzken first up. How do you feel you match up with Nieky?
Oh, it's going to be a great clash of Dutch style versus Thai style. He's heavy-handed. He's very strong. Good puncher. Good eyes. And then I bring the Thai style. So very similar to Raymond and Sangten all over again, except for the new, more handsome version.
Absolutely. So as you mentioned there, Holzken's a pretty heavy-handed guy. He's been known to be a finisher in his career, as you have as well. Do you feel like you could sort of stand toe to toe and sort of thrash it out with Nieky, or do you think, given that the fight's under Muay Thai rules, you'll sort of use your Muay Thai weapons more to your advantage?
I think there's an age-old adage about violence not being the answer. Well, in this case, it will be. It's gonna be. It is the answer. It's the only answer. It's gonna be super cool. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun. Expect fireworks. There's 3 threes. I'm fit enough to do 12 threes. So here we go. It's gonna be. Hold on. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. So how do you envisage the fight going down? How do you get your hand raised?
I have no expectations. I always like to not pre-predict. I always have the fight going to the cards. If knockout happens, you beauty. If it doesn't happen, there's no worst case scenario. And then wanting to knock someone out and then not knocking them out And then in the later rounds, you make yourself mentally tired. So why haven't I knocked him out yet? Why is he still standing? What's going on? And then the ones where you're more relaxed and not looking for it, and it happens, then it's more rewarding. So in my head, it's always points. And then we just hit. I just hope for something cool to happen in between.
Yep, I guess that's a bonus, isn't it? If you
Yeah.
catch something on the way through, then it's always good for the highlight
Yeah,
reel.
if you've hit enough, to go to the 3 threes, then there's nothing worse than having that that dilemma of this last round. He's still standing, he's still strong. I haven't landed yet, and it's like but yeah, and then and then in your head too, oh, it's the last round. I've not got plenty in the bank. I can do this all day. So I'd rather have that in my head instead of thinking, why is he still up? So just and make sure I'm finished the fight throwing punches. I want to throw all the way to the final bell. I don't want any boring moments. I want to make sure that people remember this fight for a long time.
Excellent. And what are you going to do in hotel quarantine for 2 weeks, aside from posting dad jokes on social media, of course?
Okay. So yeah, apparently a friend of mine, he mentioned that apparently there's rude stuff on the internet. So I googled Kmart catalog, and apparently there is. So I'm set.
There he goes. Fantastic. There you go. So he's kicking off the dad jokes already before the fight's even done.
Oh,
couldn't have expected anything less. All right. Before I let you go, do you have any sponsors or anyone that you'd like to shout out? I'll hand over to you.
Just big thank you to Monster Energy for looking after me for so many years. Triumph United, Hans Camp, he's the man. He's been looking after me for so long. So can't thank him enough for all his help.
Fantastic. Well, JWP, thank you so much for stopping by. All the best with your fight, and we can't wait to watch it on April 22nd here in Australia.
It's gonna be really fun. This is my fight. This is the one where you dream of having this big one. So I promise not to let the opportunity slip through my fingers. I'm gonna give it my best.